Yes, respected young friends, salutations to you, welcome to you, gratitudes to you, congratulations to you, wishes and prayers for your a glorious life. May these classes and the knowledge gained here be useful to you, and you also fulfill your role in that of being regular, sincere in attending, in learning, in implementing. Like every day, today too, seven things. Learning Katha Upanishad mantras, seventh one. Studying Valmiki Ramayana, about the Rajaneethi Dharma, six ones. Don't say they are not required for us. Rajaneethi Dharmas are needed for two things. When you are Raja or Mantri, how to rule. Second, when you are not Raja and Mantri, you are a Praja. Then to question the Raja and Praja, Mantri, you must know all the Rajaniti Dharma. Must know. Great subject it is. That is our sixth class. In the fifth one, we'll see Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, 7th shloka, Jiva Nirnaya, and how the Jiva comes and goes. These are being discussed. Right? Very beautiful discussion, very deep. 10, 12 times you have to talk to you, have to listen. Then it starts getting in, sinking in, gets understood. Fourth one will have our Vedic chanting. Third one will have our Sahanavatu. Second one, Sankalpa. The first one, like every day, 5 minutes of common sense thought. Today's common sense thought is little uncommon. Ki, in the universe, any beings living are doing lot of things, getting so many things, involving them, indulging in them. How many jivas? Unginat, uncountable. How many pursuits they are doing? Uncountable. How many objects, things they are getting and involving in? They are also unlimited. And yet, they can be categorized into four. Thus, all jivas are pursuing these four only, all living beings. Technically, they are called Purushartha. Purusha is the one who has got a Paurusha Samarthya to work. And for what purpose he does it? That's called Purushartha. Purusha hi arthyate prayatnam krutva prapnoti iti Purushartha. What are the four means? The Artha Purushartha, Kama Purushartha, Dharma Purushartha, and Moksha Purushartha. Clear? Those are only at the Artha Kama level, they are called Pashu Samana. Okay, those who are doing Dharma, they are Manushya. Those who are doing the Purushartha Moksha, they are spiritual people. In other words, Dharma Artha Kama is samsari, Moksha Purushartha is sadhaka. He will get the result of it as moksha. Second thing. Third meaning. What is the meaning of first one, Artha Purushartha is for our living survival. What is required? That safety, security, comfort is called Artha Purushartha. So work hard to get your Artha for your security. But here the niche, the problem is what? You should know how much is sufficient correctly for your security. Limit your pursuit for that. Else, the delusion in the mind, then the misguidance by others, and taking the others as example, throughout life, we may, without any limit or end, pursue only Artha Purusha. Artha means gaining money, gaining money, gaining money. Forget about Dharma Moksha. Even we cannot even eat properly the food. How many people are there? Go on earning, but they don't sit even have a cup of tea, coffee, or some nice good food. इतना बेवकूफ़ी मत करना. And so too, don't be very pauper and dependent. Secured, तुम तुम्हारा family ठीक हो, उतना कमा लो. That is अर्थ पुरुषार्थ. सेकंड इज कामना. काम पुरुषार्थ मनुष्य को तो जितना ज्यादा है उतना ही विल डू द पाप by which the artha will be wasted. Dharma is never started. Moksha to duri hai, opposite of dharma. Moksha, he will be bound. Opposite of dharma, he will be in the dharma. And the artha chala jayega, he will become kangal only because of kama. Therefore, depending on your position, what are the allowed kamana, only that you enjoy. But when you go for the moksha purushartha, even to do dharma, you have to transcend even the identification with kama purushartha also. Okay, second thing is explained in short to you. Third one is dharma purushartha. Is it? We are in this world, so many things, beings, all of them are catering for our survival. What we have to do to them, depending on the position where we are put, that doing it is called dharma purushartha. धर्म क्या होता है? जो करने से फायदा नहीं, नहीं करने से नुकसान होता है, जो करने से ऋण चुकता होता है, धर्म. Like the children call mother father as mother father, and such a lovely joy they are giving. This become dharma of parents to take care of them. So to the parents are taking care fully, though to take care of them in return is called the dharma for the children. My office is giving me salary, so I must work for it. It is dharma. ऑफिस का धर्म भी है, मैं काम कर रहा हूँ इसलिए मुझे सैलरी देना चाहिए. You understood what is the meaning of dharma purushartha? You know, the waters are saving me, so save the waters, dharma. Trees are giving me life, so save the trees. That is the dharma purushartha. Save means don't destroy them for your selfishness. Friend is giving you a good friendship, you reciprocate it. It is dharma. Rama is living all of that. We are studying that in Ramayana. तीन हो गए. अब now fourth is moksha purushartha. If you are only in the Artha Kama, it is Pashu. Because Pashu have nothing to do. They only go for their food hunting. After eating, Kama, any mating is there. Then one day they die. They don't have the dharma that bigger. Little dharma of taking care of their cubs, etc. For some time they do. थोड़ा बड़े होने के बाद they अपने रास्ता नापते हैं. So the animals live only Artha Kama. Any human being with whatever position, dignity, if his thinking and living is only for Artha Kama, he is equivalent to Pashu in the human body with all the English knowledge, science knowledge, technology knowledge. ये सब secondary है. तुम्हारा मन का मकसद अर्थ काम है तो you are not greater than Pashu. Clear? Then come to the dharma level, minimum. Fulfill dharma even at the cost of Artha Kama, not the other way around. Then you are human being. Why you have to live life like that? Because you have evolved from the animal to human. Therefore, prove no. Animals cannot do dharma. You have to. You can do. They have to do it. That's the only answer. No, I will not do dharma. I will go for arthakam. Good dog. Lord will rectify his mistake. Next time he will put you as an animal only. No human beings. Only arthakama, no dharma. Up to Manusha. But Manusha need not stop only at the arthakama dharma level. He can go for the moksha also. Then he goes for it. Then he is really fulfilling his life's mission. Okay, now what is moksha? Simply is behind the world, behind me, there is one truth called Paramatma. Discovering our identity with him is called moksha. Why you call it moksha? Because that is infinite, that is blissful, that is unconditional. Whichever is finite, whichever is conditional, whichever is miserable is bondage. In that they are not there, they are free from all bondages. That's why it's called moksha. Other way of saying is what? Other than that Paramatma sthiti, any other sthiti, how much you are rich you are, educated you are, prime minister, chief minister, or even Swaragalok mein Indra ho, Vairna ho, Vayu ho, they are all not infinite, finite they are all. They are not unconditional, conditional they are. Whenever it is finite and conditional, definitely they are not all the time happy, they will also be miserable. Therefore, Indra is in a better position of liberation compared to human being. But by himself, he is also bound only. Therefore, that's also not moksha. Everything other than Paramatma has got finitude, limitations, and misery. Therefore, it is bondage. Why do you call it as again bondage? Because nobody wants to be finite. Nobody wants to be limited. That's why you want freedom from parents, freedom from school, college. कुछ भी सब freedom चाहिए तुमको. That is the inner urge. Nobody wants to be bound, limited by anything. But these bondages of school, college, listen to swamming lectures, they are all the ones to liberate you from your own mind's clutches, your own ignorances, your own delusions, your own illusions, your own misconceptions, your own wrong deeds, your own vasanas. इन सब खचरा गंदगी से फ्री करने के लिए ये बॉन्डेज. You bound to that 40 minutes to that barber. Why do you get bound there? कुर्सी में बैठा इधर उधर हिलना मत. You give your head to him. It's a bondage. Then only he will cut your hair and give you a shape. When you go to makeup place, you are bound there. Then only, isn't it? No, you are at home with parents as child, bound. But then only you get the love from them, money from them. In the same way, bondage to discipline, bondage to Shastra, bondage to Guru is for our own moksha. That's okay. But otherwise, nobody wants to be bound. Nobody wants to be limited. Nobody wants to be, nobody wants to be limited. Nobody wants to be conditional. Nobody wants to be miserable. Therefore, limitation, condition, and misery are not wanted by anyone. And what is not wanted is bondage. Therefore, these are all bondages. In the self experience, no limitation, no condition, no misery. Only unlimited, unconditional, infinite bliss. That's why it's called as moksha. Clear? थोड़ा बताया, सोच लो और भी समझ में आने लगेगा. Now, how do we go about this moksha? Is first awaken the buddhi. Our buddhi has two states of being. One, either it is sleeping or it is a gulam to our mana, indriya, body and their demands. First, from the sleep, you wake it up. Second, don't allow it to be impurified by its agitation with these things. Such buddhi, awakened, non sleepy, as well as non slave to Shariramana buddhi, Sharimana Indriya, take that buddhi, along with that buddhi, go to the Guru, Sadguru. Guru takes the Shastra and starts telling, Beta, beyond, behind this world, there is Paramatma. Point one. He is infinite, unconditional, blissful. Point two. That is your own essential nature. If you realize that, you get moksha. Point three. His nature is Sachidananda. Point four. The place of finding him is in your own heart. Point five. And that is done through meditation. Point six. And further, these are the qualifications. These are all you learn with your buddhi, which is non sleepy, which is non distracted. When you go to the Guru and get taught. That's what we are doing in all our classes. Then, as taught by the Guru, go be independent and live life like that. You get moksha, or be with the Guru only under his supervision. Go on doing what he says, report to him. He just checks you, and you can real like you get admit in hospital and under supervision of doctor, you get cured, or you say दवाई दे दो मैं घर जाकर ठीक तरह लेऊंगा दवाई मैं ठीक हो जाऊंगा. Isn't it? Some of the diseases you can go home and take medicine. So here also some disciples learn from Guru, go independently meditate and realize. Some of them stay with Guru till they get realization. In some of them, halfway Guru himself says, "अरे बहुत हो गया, अच्छा हो गया, good, you are happy, you are established in sadhana, go there and do your meditation. You need not be here." वो तो secondary. But primarily, moksha is go to Guru with your this intellect and listen from him. What is liberation? Is knowing the Paramatma. What is Paramatma? Is Sachidananda. Where is it now to be found? Although is found everywhere, but that's later on. First, he has to be found in the heart as what? Sachidananda. How? By introvertedness, by transcending all the three shariras or five koshas, etc. How to do so? This is how it is. This is how the Chaturtha Purushartha, in which we realize that Paramatma Tattva is ourself and freed from all bondages of limitation, conditions, and miseries. Unlimited, unconditional, infinitely we are blissful. One or two thoughts in this regard are what? Ki, not knowing that there is such state of self in which that infinite bliss is there, not knowing this, because we never studied etc. Shastras, we never consulted the Mahatmas. Therefore, we think there is happiness in the world and we run behind it and we get kicked. That's called samsara. Second point. Third one, which we discussed few months back, is what? Whatever little sukha you get in the world, all of that is because of the Paramatma sukha only. That needs some intuitive dimag for you to understand. Not easy. I'll explain. How do we enjoy the objects of the world? Only because of our senses. How the senses are functional? Because of the mind behind. How the mind is functional? Because of the intellect behind. Can the intellect function because of the conscious self inside? No. Without conscious self in me, the buddhi cannot. Without buddhi, the mana cannot. Without mana, indriyas cannot. Without indriyas, how can you enjoy the objects of the world? Therefore, who is the basic cause of all happiness? Consciousness. Okay. Now, because of the consciousness, if there is happiness in the world of objects, directly if you contact the consciousness, how much happiness it will be? This thought, if you can catch, you are having the intuitive, subtle intellect, then the impure intellects of others. I can't prove this, but it is understood by me that because of the consciousness behind, if there is a ananda in everyone, like an ant is conscious of the sugar. That is why it is happy when it gets a sugar. उसके सामने नमक लगाओ, वो ant will not eat that namak. If it eats, it's a diabetic ant. Otherwise, elephant is conscious. वो इसलिए वो गन्ने के खेत में या उधर जाएगा. Any living being, even the tree is conscious. Then only when you pour water, receiving the water, it feels happy. Give some manure, receiving that, it feels happy. Any living being, only because of consciousness, the faculties function, only because of the function of faculties, the outer world gives happiness. That outer world happiness also is the reflection of this inner Paramatma happiness only. Because if he is not there, none of the happinesses can be gained. There are two reasons. One, Nidra. In Nidra, no faculties, no world of object, but still Ananda is there. Therefore, Ananda is independent of faculties and objects. Second thing, the great saints and sages who recognize the consciousness, they proclaimed, we are now in the infinite unconditional bliss. Not knowing this only, we are running for the petty paltry, small little happinesses where we are getting continuous kicks only, dukkha only. Logically proved now that in the recognition of the self only, there is a infinite ananda, there is a continuation, there is no limitation. That's why it's called moksha. Therefore, the moksha is the fourth purushartha. The one who's lost in the artha kama, he will not even do dharma. The one has reasonable artha kama, he will live life of dharma. When he lives the life of dharma and also little punya and upasana, his antakarana becomes pure, buddhi. With that buddhi pure, he will go to the guru and understand about moksha and all, which takes some years, some decades, maybe some lives. यूजली एज ऑर्डनरी फिजिक्स पढ़ने को तुमको 20 साल लगते हैं, केमिस्ट्री पढ़ने को 20 साल लगते हैं, तो नो टू अंडरस्टैंड स्पिरिचुअलिटी टेक सम लाइव्स. व्हाट्स रॉन्ग इन इट? In spirituality is not only mere understanding, no? It is conviction, practice, and experience. Physics, chemistry, you need not practice and experience. If you know it, that's enough. You need not involve in it. But in spirituality, you have to involve and you have to evolve and you have to experience. That takes more time. So today, in general thought about Purusharthas, it will explain to you. Once more again, I will tell 4-5 bar, you get a better idea. ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्यभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्री कृष्णचंद्र परब्रह्मणे गीता मात्रे वेदव्यास महर्षिणं श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे रामायणाय वाल्मीकि महर्षिणं श्री यमधर्मराजाय नचिकेतस्य नमः. श्री कठोपनिषत् श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोध श्रुति स्मृति पुराणे इतिहासोक्त भगवत भागवत ऋषिमुनि गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रह अनुभव प्राप्ति सनातन धर्म से वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृते सांप्रदायानां शास्त्राणां गुरुशिष्य भक्तोक्त परंपराणां भक्ति ज्ञान योग आदि मोक्ष मार्गाणाम पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्वध्यात्मिक प्रगति शांति कल्याण एकता पूर्वभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां महानुभावानां आचार्याणां गुरूणां श्रेयविलासिनां भक्त शिष्य साधक सेवोपासकानां आश्रमाणां संस्थानां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलित साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न समूल निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थान कार्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्री राम मंदिरवत् श्री कृष्ण शिवादि मंदिराणां समस्त मंदिराणां आश्रमाणां पुण्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयानां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु सदा सर्वदा साधना आध्यात्मिक शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञादीनां द्वारा विश्व धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थ प्रचारेण विश्व संरक्षण पुरोविद्यार्थं ये सनातनस्य भारतवर्षस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुवः तेषां सर्वेषां समूल निर्मूलनार्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां युवानां संकल्पित सत्कर्म दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये सेवा भक्ति माता पितृभक्ति धर्म भक्ति सनातन धर्म भक्ति देशभक्ति शास्त्र भक्ति गुरु भक्ति सत्संग भक्ति परमात्म भक्ति ब्रह्म भक्ति द्वारा गुरु भक्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये शांति मंत्रोच्चारणम तैत्तिरीय ब्राह्मण पारायणम श्रीमद् भगवद गीता पंचदशोध्याय से पारायणम अध्ययनम श्रीमद् वाल्मीकि रामायण अयोध्या कांड शततम कच्चित् सर्ग से पारायणम श्री रामचंद्र स्वामिनः प्रणीत राजधर्माणाम आविष्करणम श्री कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय कठोपनिषदः पारायणं वयं सर्वे मोक्षार्थम जीवन साफल्यार्थम करिष्यामहे। संकल्प इज डन बेटा, और कुछ दिन करूंगा मैं, उसके बाद आई लीव इट टू यू। नाउ स्टार्ट द चैंटिंग्स। ओम 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 सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। 8 minutes Vedic chanting. ओम श्री 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 वेदमात्रे नमः। श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय तैत्तिरीय ब्राह्मणं द्वितीयाष्टकं पंचम प्रपाठकः। अथ नारायण चतुस्त्रिंशति मंत्रात् आरभ्य। ओम अग्नि सोमो वरुणो मित्र इंद्रो बृहस्पति सविता पूषा सरस्वती त्वष्टादश स ईं पाहि रुजिषितरुद्रः यशि प्रवान् वृषभो यो मतीनां योगोऽत्र भिद्वज्रभृद्यो हरिष्ठाः स इन्द्रचित्रागम् अवितृन्दिवाजान् आते शुष्मो वृषभ एतु पश्चात् ओत्तरादधारागा पुरस्तात् आविश्वतो आभि समेत् पर्वाज इन्द्रद्युम्नगं सूर्वद्देह्यस्मे प्रोश्वस्मै पुरोरथम् इन्द्राय शूषमर्चुत अभीके चिदुलोककृतो संगे समत्सुवृत्रः अस्माकं बोधिचोदिता नभन्तामन्यकेषां ज्याका अधिधन्वसो इन्द्रं वयगं शुनासीरम् अस्मिन् यज्ञे हवामहे आवाङ्गै आवाजैरुपनोगमद इन्द्राय शुनासीराय शुचा जुहतनो हविः जुषतां प्रतिमेधिरः प्रहव्यानि घृतवन्त्यस्मै हर्यश्वाय भरता सजोषाः इन्द्रर्तुभिर्ब्रह्मणा वावृधानः शुनासीरी हविरिदञ्जुषस्व वयस्सु पर्णा उपसेधुरिन्द्रं प्रिया मे दारुषयो नाधमानाः अपध्वान्तमूर्नुहि ऊर्ध्वचक्षुः मुमुग्ध्यस्मान्निधयेव बद्धान् बृहद्दिन्द्राय गायत् मरुतो वृत्रहन्तमं येन ज्योतिरजनयन्नृतावृतः देवं देवाय जागृवि कामिहैकाः क इमे पतङ्गाः मान्दालाः कुलिपरिमा पतन्ते अनावृतैनान् प्रदमन्तु देवाः सौपर्णं चक्षुस्तनुः विधेय देवावन्दस्वरुणं बृहन्तं नमस्याधीरमृतस्य गोपाम स नः शर्म त्रिवरूथं व्यगंसत योऽयं पात स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः नाके सुपर्णमुपयत्पतन्तौ हृदावेनन्तो अभ्यचक्षदत्वा हिरण्यभक्षं वरुणस्य धूतं यमस्य योनौ शकुनं भूर्वन्युं शन्नो देवीरविष्टये आपो भवन्तु पीतये शय्योरविस्रवन्तु नः ईशानावार्याणां क्षयन्तीश्चर्षणीनाम् आपो याचामि भेषजम् अप्सु मे सोमो अब्रवीत् अन्तर्विश्वानि भेषजा अग्निं च विश्वशम्भुवम् आपश्च विश्वभेषजीः यदप्सु ते सरस्वती गोष्वशेषु यन्मधो तेन मे वाजनीवति युख मुखमङ्गि सरस्वती मुखमग्धि सरस्वती या सरस्वती वैशम्बल्या तस्यां मेरास्व तस्यास्ते भक्षीय तस्यास्ते भूयिष्ठभाजो भूयास्म अहं त्वदस्मि मदसि त्वमेतत् ममासि योनिस्तव योनिरस्मि ममैव सन्वह वहव्या न्यग्ने पुत्रः पित्रे लोककृज्जातवेदः इहैव सन्तत्र सन्तन्त्वाग्ने प्राणेन वाचा मनसा बिभर्मि तिरो मा सन्तमायुर्मा प्रहासीत् ज्योतिषा त्वा वैश्वानरेणोपतिष्ठे अयन्ते योनिर्वृत्तियः यतो जातो अरोचथाः तं जानन्नग्न आरोह अथानो वर्धय्या या रयिं याते अग्ने यज्ञिया तनुस्तये ह्यारोहत्मात्मानम् अच्छावसूनि कृण्वन्नस्मे नर्या पुरूणि यज्ञो भूत्वा यज्ञमासीद स्वां योनिम् जातवेदो भुव आजा भुव आजायमानः सक्षय एहि उपावरोह जातवेदः पुनस्त्वं देवेभ्यो हव्यं वहनः प्रजानन् प्रजागं रयिमस्मासु देहि अजस्रो दीदीनो दुरेण तमिन्द्रं जुहोवमि मघवानमुग्रं सत्रादधानमप्रतिष्कुतगं शवागंसि मगं हिष्ठो गीर्विराच यज्ञियो ववर्तत रायेनो विश्वासुपथा कृणोतु वज्रे त्रिकद्रुकेषु महिषो यवाशिरं तु विशुष्मन् त्रुपत् सोममपिबद्विष्णुना सुतं यथावशद स ईं मामदा स ईं मम दमहि कर्म कर्तवे महामुरुं सैनगं षष्ठद्देवं देवः सत्यमिन्दुगं सत्य इन्द्रः विदध्यति सरमारुग्णमद्रेः महिपातः पूर्व्यगं सद्रियः अग्रं नयत्सुपद्यक्षराणाम् अच्छारवं प्रथमा जानति गात् विदद्गव्यगं सरमाधुडमूर्वं ये नानुकं मानुषी भोजते विट् आये विश्वासुपत्यानि चक्रुः कृण्वानासो अमृतत्वाय गातुं त्वं नृभिर्नृपते देवहूतौ भूरीणि वृत्वा हर्यश्वगंसि त्वन्निदयस्युञ्चुमुरिं धुनिं चास्वापयोधभीतये सुहन्तो एवापाहि रत्नतामन्धतुत्वा श्रुतिब्रह्म वावृतस्फोतगीर्भिः आविः सूर्यं कृणुहि पिपीषिहः जहि शिशः पिपीहिषः जहि शत्रुगं रविगा इन्द्रतृन्दिः अग्निबाधस्व विमृधोऽनुदस्व अपामी वा अपरक्षागं सिसेध अस्मात् समुद्रात् बृहतो दिवो नः अपां भूमानमुपन सृजेह यज्ञप्रतिष्ठ सुमतौ सुषेवा त्वा वसूनि पुरुधा विशन्दो दीर्घमायुरज्यमानाय कृण्वन् अथामृतेन जरितारमग्धि इन्द्रशुनावदित्वनोति सीरं संवत्सरस्य प्रतिमाणमेतद् अर्कस्य ज्योतिस्तदिदा सज्येष्ठं संवत्सरकं शुनवत्सीरमेतद् इन्द्रस्य राधः प्रयतं पुरुत्मना तदर्करूपं विमानमेति द्वादशारे प्रतिष्ठति दृशा अश्वायनो गव्यन्तो वाजयन्तः हवामहे त्वोपगवन्तवाऊ आभूषन्तस्त्वा सुमतो नवायाम वयमिन्द्रत्वा शुनकं हुवेम अर्चत हविर्गायतयकं सच्चर्षणीनां वैशम्भल्यास्ति हासीत्वमुरुं देवहूतौ नस्तन्माषच्च प्राण उदेहि पुनरानो भरयज्ञो रायो वार्त्रहत्याय वसूनागं स ईं पाह्यष्टौ प्राणो रक्षत्यग्रुभीता धारावरा मरुतो दीर्घायुत्वाय ज्योतिषा त्वा पञ्चचत्वारिंशत् हरि ओं तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु इति श्री तैत्तिरीय ब्राह्मणे द्वितीयाष्टके पंचमप्रपाठकः समाप्तः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। फ्रेंड्स, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता 15th chapter, पुरुषोत्तम योग, श्लोका number 1-2 talked about Srushti, how it has come, how it is there, etc. 3-4 shlokas gave us alternative: either get lost in the Janma Marana in the samsara, or by knowing Paramatma do the sadhana. By knowing Paramatma get the moksha. Then we are told, if you want to really know Paramatma, you have to detach from the samsara vriksha by asanga shastrena. Then tata padam parimargitavyam. Why we have to do the parimargana of the tatpada, the Paramatma, yasmin gata, having reached to that infinite self, nanivartanti muya, you will not come back to become again finite suffering individual. How to do the meditation, how to search him, tameva chadyam purusham prabhadya yata pravarti purusa prashta purani. But to be able to do that, you should be qualified. The qualification is internal purity, cleanliness of all vasanas, removal of tamoguna, rajoguna, and no more external attractions, attachments. How do you achieve all of them? By doing these seven sadhanas of nirvana moha, jitasanga dosha, adhyatma nitya, vinurta kama, dandvairi mukta, sukhuduka sangnehi, amudaha. Then gachanti tat advyayam padam. Okay. Now that tat padam, avyaya padam, which is called as yadgatva nivartante, which is called as तमेव चाद्यम पुरुषम प्रपद्ये, which is called as tatapadam tatparimargitavyam. About that one very crucial thought was shared in the sixth shloka. One, it is there. Second is what? It is not perceivable by any of the our upadhis with which we see the world, nor illuminated by any of the luminous things like Surya, Aditya, Agni ityadi. So, na tad bhasayate Surya, न शशंक शहंक भासयते तत् न तत् पावकः भासयते. So too, neither buddhi can conceptualize the truth, nor the mind can feel about it, nor the senses can perceive. But still it is there. It is there as the substratum behind it. Okay, such a truth is there. And to accept that, these are the reasons. Do you see the microorganisms? Do you see the atom? No. But microscopic way, if you see, you can see. But books have said there are atoms and all, you are believing or not. So do you see the Vayu? No. But don't we accept it? Vayu is existing. In the same way, the truth is existing beyond everything in the world. That cannot be seen by any faculties. It is only experienced subjectively. Simple rule beta. Anything object known by the knower, it becomes Jada and it is perishable. God is not Jada nor perishable, therefore, he cannot be a known object. He is the knower subject only. In fact, he is the knower of the all knowers, and he doesn't have any knower to know him because he doesn't need, he is a self knower. So, to tell all of that, what he said is Tat Suryahana bhasayate, Tat Chandrahana bhasayate, Tat Agni bhasayate. The Pavakaha. This is what exhaustively we saw. Second is what I explained to you for more than 10 minutes. Yad gatva nani vartante taddhama paramam mama. Understand it in deep way. Having reaching me, you will not come back to what you were earlier. Don't feel by that. मतलब क्या है? फिर मैं नहीं रहूंगा? No. What do you mean by nanivartante is you won't come back into the world of conditions, world of limitations, world of lackings, world of desires, world of struggles, worlds of disappointment. इसमें तुम नहीं आओगे. You are one with that infinite blissful Paramatma. That is the meaning of yadgatva nanivartante. And it should be desired. है ना. द विलेज वाला टाउन को आता है तो यू नॉट गो टू विलेज बिकॉज कंफर्ट्स. टाउन वाला सिटी में जाता है तो यू नॉट गो बट टू टाउन. सिटी वाला स्टेट हेडक्वार्टर्स में जाता है कैपिटल और जिला में, उसको वहाँ अच्छा आता है. यू नॉट गो टू टाउन सिटी. देन द हेडक्वार्टर वाला व्हेन ही गोज टू नेशनल कैपिटल, व्हेन दैट फेलो गोज टू अमेरिका, द अमेरिकन व्हेन ही गोज टू स्वर्ग, you won't feel like coming. No? In the same way, there is some state of being even beyond Sarga, having gone where nothing is greater than that. Therefore, not only we don't feel like coming down, we will not come down because you have become one with God. That's the meaning of Yad Gatva Nanivartante Taddhama Paramam Mama. Okay. Now, having given all these very, very crucial details, in the seventh mantra, now Bhagavan is explaining three things. One, what is you and me? Who is pursuing this worldly path or spiritual path? उसको जीवा कहते हैं. Second, if Jiva is pursuing Paramatma, he becomes one with him. Yadgatva nanivartante taddham paramama moksha. If he doesn't pursue Paramatma goal, okay, how he from one body to other goes on going, that is explained. That's called as Jiva Gati. So Jiva Nirvachanam, Jiva Gati. Two topics. Third one, if this Jiva really wanting to know Paramatma, how to do, how to go about it? that which is said as Tameva Chadyam Purusham Prabandhe, that is taken for discussion. So Nirmana Moha Jita Sangha Dosha are for developing Asangha Shastrena Drudena Chitva. Then when you study from the 8th shloka up to 15th one, they are all were Tatpada Parimargitavyam and also Tameva Chadyam Purusham Prabandhe. तमेव चाद्यम पुरुषम प्रपद्ये के द्वारा तत्पद परिमार्गण के लिए what sadhana to be done, that will be told in the 8th shloka. What is said in the 5th shloka, nirmana moha, is to come out of the world attachment called as asanga shastrena dudena chitva. If you don't do asanga shastrena dudena chitva, and if you don't do the sadhana of tattva parimarganam by tameva chadyam purusham prapadye, then what do? You are in sangha with the world and you are doing the worldly activities for the worldly result of this or the other world. When you are living like that, in with what karmas, in what way you go to different worlds, a sample is given here. By this, what you understood? A jiva, whether he can pursue the worldly path of coming and going by attaching to the world, a jiva, by following the spiritual path, he can reach himself, the real self, and get moksha. See the clarity of thought. Okay. So now in the 6th shloka, we have seen Natad Bhasayate. 7th one, Jiva defined. 8th onwards, this Jiva, if you want to do Tatpada Parimarganam, how to do? If you want to do Tameva Chadyam Purusham Prabhade, how to do? That will be told. But before that, who is Jiva? Yesterday, we chanted that shloka, we started understanding it. Out of 3 topics, 1 we have understood. Usko repeat karke, the other 2 also we thoroughly understand. As I told you, any number of times talking it and listening by you is necessary and essential till this topic is deeply, undoubtedly understood and accepted. Yesterday I told you, na, listening, understanding, getting convinced, and accepting. After acceptance only the commitment to do the due sadhana to reach to the goal. ये पावरफुल श्लोक है, थोड़ा हम आपको कल बताए थे, उसको रिपीट करके आज भी ऐड करेंगे. लेट अस स्टार्ट. ओम श्री कृष्ण शरणम मम, श्री गीता शरणम मम, श्री व्यास शरणम मम, श्री सद्गुरु शरणम मम, श्री कृष्ण शरणम मम, श्री कृष्ण शरणम मम, शरणम मम, शरणम मम. ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता अथ पंचदशोऽध्यायः पुरुषोत्तमयोगः सप्तमश्लोकः. श्रीभगवानुवाच. 4 times. ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनःषष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षते. ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनःषष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षते. ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनःषष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति. ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनःषष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति. ओके. इसमें ममैवांशो you have to understand, जीवलोके you have to understand, जीवभूतः you have to understand, सनातनः you have to understand, then मनःषष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि मनःषष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति. 5 topics you have to understand. ममैवांशः जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः 4, मनःषष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति 5. First one we explained yesterday, mama eva amshah. Here mama means mera. Mera means Krishna is saying, but not by identifying with the Krishna as avatara, but he is talking from the Parabrahma standpoint, the supreme reality, the support and substratum of the whole universe. Okay. So here mama means Parabrahma Paramatma. Clear? Then he says, mama eva amshah is the point to be understood. Mama eva amsha means my amsha only, not anybody else's amsha. So to my amsha only, not is independent of himself. Clear? Like the wave is the amsha of the ocean only, isn't it? Two meanings in that. Is amsha of the ocean only means what? It is a amsha of ocean, not the earth or the sky, the wave. Second is what? Uh, it is not separate independent that wave by itself. कि वेव ओशन से बाहर आके वो बीच में चलने लगा. मम अंश एव मम एव अंशः. मम एव मीन्स मेरा ही, दूसरे का नहीं. मम अंश एव मीन्स मेरा ही अंश है, अपने आप इंडिपेंडेंट नहीं है. So the wave is a part of the ocean, not the part of anything else. Wave is the part of the ocean, not independent. So Jiva is the part of Parabrahma, not of anybody else. Rather, there is nothing other than Brahman. So too, Jiva is not independent, is a part of Brahman only. Point one is clear. Now the Amshavala we have thoroughly examined yesterday. Okay? And it is in simple mathematics में बताता हूँ. What is mathematics में? Infinite. Cannot be multiplied, cannot be added, cannot be subtracted, cannot be divided. Means in infinite, mathematics will not work. Parts, divisions, you can't do of the infinite. But you can do one thing. On infinite, you can do the imagination of all this. That is how the entire imaginary calculus, the big mathematics subject. On that basis only the all algorithms, on the basis of only entire computer systems work. ये तुम लोगों को बताना चाहिए, मुझे नहीं पता. Isn't it? That imaginary calculus algorithms, they all talk about the infinite. Infinite divided by this, infinite. ये सब imaginary, उसका नाम ही imaginary calculus. So what is the meaning of it? Infinite cannot be added, divided, subtracted, multiplied, but the division, subtractions can be imagined on that. Therefore, simple thought in addition to the yesterday's exhaustive explanation. What is it? On the Paramatma, all the jivas are only imaginary, not real. So, this is today's explanation why infinite cannot be made into parts. Parts can be imagined on that. Yesterday का explanation क्या था? If Paramatma is Amshi, the Jiva are the Amshas, Paramatma is the Angi, the Jivas Angas, Paramatma is the total body. If the Jivas are the parts of the body, then parts of the body get destroyed. Angas get destroyed. Angi, Amshas get destroyed. So when the parts of the body destroy, the body goes. So do the Angara Amsha get destroyed. The Angi Amshi also get destroyed. So Bhagavan becomes perishable if the Jiva is Amsha. Then how is then Amsha Iva Amsha? Is a part of the Jiva, a part of Paramatma, not a separate one. Then what do you mean by that? It is only imagination, conditional imagination. Yesterday, how many examples we gave you? Hundreds. And a man is one. Where is husband in him? Where is the father in him? Where is the son in him? They're all conditional imaginary expressions. They're all part in him. Because none of them can exist without him. He can exist without them. They're all imagined on him through condition and they function. They work. The man acts as a husband. Henpek. सेवा करता है पत्नी का. He does the seva of the putra. उनका भी गुलामी करेगा. सबका गुलामी, गुरु, भगवान, माता पिता को छोड़कर. He is living life like that. Possible? But he's a man. Example समझ में आ गया ना? In the same way. I explained to you yesterday and today, Mamaiva Amshaha. Infinite cannot have the parts. Parts can be imagined on the infinite. Infinite is Parabrahma. The Jivas are the imaginary beings on him. Like the husband, father, son, brother, friend are imaginations on the man. Any example, millions of examples. The windows, the doors, the tables, the chairs are the imaginary projections on the wood. Isn't it? The cloth, the shirt, the pant, all of them are imaginary projections on the thread. The gamla, the matka, the lamps are imaginary position on the mud, on the infinite mud, someplace these are projected. Why? Because the mud never became pot, appeared as pot. That's why when the pot breaks, again it becomes mud. Before breaking and it's in the form of mud pot, then also everything is mud only. Wherever you touch mud only. This one subtle thought, if you can break through karoge na, you are becoming truly spiritual. We all are individuals, projection, imagination on Paramatma. Yesterday's the best example was how that one actor acts so many roles. He is one infinite, means a continuous person. On him, depending on each of the movie, one role is being imagined. When he imagines, exactly like that role only he plays. Hero అయితే hero, villain అయితే villain, comedian అయితే comedian, guest appearance అయితే guest appearance. How many ways is each of the movie is doing? All of them are imagined on this man. Then what we said next one? That imagined fellow thinking that he is real, forgetting his real nature. Like कभी कभी सपने से उठने के बाद, if the sapna is very terrible, for few minutes or seconds, you just feel like you are in that. आग में गिरे या पानी में गिरे या पुलिस चेस कर रहे, बिकॉज तुम्हारे टी शर्ट के पीछे लिखा है, आई एम द गाई फॉर whom you are looking. पुलिस वाले पीछे पड़ गए, आई एम द गाई you are looking for. You get up, it takes few seconds for you to realize कि मैं खुद ही पुलिस हूँ यार. Isn't it? You just, it takes time कि you have not fallen in the river or water, you just fell from the पलंग to the नीचे. नीचे गीला था इसलिए वह गिरते लगा पानी में गिरा. In the you understood? So too the jiva forgetting is an essential nature. Like the husband is forgetting that he is man. Father is forgetting that he is man. The one who playing the role forget that he is that role player, the person. So to jiva has forgotten that he is Brahman. God stuck up in this role. And in every of the role there is bondage. Only when he goes back to his originality, reality, he'll be liberated. Why these are all bondages? Because they are limited, they are conditional. This is unlimited, unconditional. Man is free person. Unlimited is unconditional. Husband is conditioned by the wife. Father is conditioned by the son. He'll have to fulfill the responsibility, duties, sacrifices. As a man, is a free bird. Example के लिए बता रहा हूँ. As a Brahman is infinite, all pervading, substratum, unconditional, unborn, undying, eternal, immutable, birthless, changeless, happy, blissful. But as a jiva, you are a body, you are mind, you are a sense, you are man or you are woman, you are intelligent or stupid. इतने सारे conditions आ गए तुमको ऐसे जीव. Like the actor when he is on the any of the performing programs या कोई शादी वादी में जाता है, he'll be a normal man. But when he's in front of that camera for shooting in that role, you'll have to buy out the dialogue, you have to face expressions he has to do. Then only he'll be called as a hero and his movie gets the awards. ये सब कंडीशन है ना, ये तो अटर फ्लॉप मूवी. So to the jiva struggling, every time utter flop, he is suffering. But when he goes to know his own self, he need not to act because for what he is acting to be happy, he is already happy. Much more these things you have to listen, I have to talk. So that number of examples, number of logics given, you will just get an idea. I gave you another explanation yesterday. अभी भी बताया था. So behind my senses, there is consciousness. Behind my body, there is my consciousness in me. Behind my mind, intellect also, there is conscious self. In Jagrata, there is in Smapna, there is consciousness. In Nidra, there is. Now, this consciousness is there in me only or in you also? In everyone. Now, are there two consciousnesses? It cannot be. It is one. Therefore, on one consciousness only, all these are projected. And you and I, instead of becoming one with that consciousness, which we have a choice, we are identifying this one projected thing. In sadhana, we transcend all these projected things, identify with the real conscious self. That is infinite, that is unconditional. Therefore, all finitudes, conditions go away. That's called moksha. That's called ananda sthiti. Again and again listen these things, please. तो ममैवांशो is thoroughly done. एक आध thoughts और कुछ है तो कलम देखेंगे. Today I take up the second word. जीवलोके. Jivaloke means in the world of living life as an individualized entity. Loka means the world, you know. Loka means the world. This world is, you all understand in English, the world of businessmen, the world of doctors, the world of lawyers, the world of politicians, the world of teachers, the world of students, the world of terrorists. World means what? Is there a Jiva Loka, the world of Jivas, where every Jiva forgot that he is Paramatma Tattva and everyone is playing as that role. Isn't it? Like in the cinema, there are 10 roles are there. No, all of them are somebody different basically. But all of them gave up that role for the timing. Are they taking up some role or not? That's called Jiva Loka. Cinema Loka hai wo. That girl acts as a heroine. She's not a heroine, she's some girl. And he acts as a hero. He's not a hero, he's somebody else. In दोनों को रिश्ता ही नहीं, but in the movie they act like wife and husband. Then the others act like parents. हकीकत में है क्या वो? नहीं. But ये जीवलोक है. What is a जीवलोका? Where everybody is जीवा, forgetting their essential nature. Identify with the role given. Like when he forgets he's a man and behaves like husband, she also forgets he's a woman, she acts as a wife. अब दोनों जीवलोक में है अभी. That man forgets he's a man, he says I'm a boss. Forget means keeps aside. He also forgets his man, he says I'm subordinate. In Vivek Chodapane, yesterday we chanted, Rajyam Narendrasya Bhatasya Ketakaha Tayorapohe na Bhatona Raja. The soldier has got uniform and sword in the hand. The Raja has his own kirita and this thing. अब दोनों को हटाओ, राजा का किरीट वगैरह सब निकाल, सोल्जर का ये वाला निकाल, दोनों मनुष्य ही है. So your role, my role, all role को roll off करो, all are one Brahman only. But now we are playing the play of role. That's called Jiva Lok, which is natural, made by the God, but we are given a choice while playing the role, identifying with the God. That we have to engage. That's called moksha. In the Jiva Loka, the animals, plants, the insects, every one of them, all of them are basically Paramatma. But they are playing that role, identifying that. In the dog elephant also Paramatma is there. But dog elephant individuality, identify with them and never recognize it Paramatma. Same like you and I. The extra things in us are what? Dog elephant is only dog elephant. They are not doctors, lawyers, engineers, wife or husband. वो extra headache we have. रोल के ऊपर और एक रोल. तो मनुष्य बनना एक रोल है, तो उसमें भी सारे रिलेटिव बनना और एक रोल. रोल में रोल. Like in a movie, the hero having a dream. Movie itself is a dream. और उसमें एक dream. Getting an idea? Jivaloke. In that Jivaloka, Jiva Bhutaha. What is the meaning of Jiva Bhutaha? Tomorrow I'll explain more. He becomes Karta and Bhokta. Paramatma is Akarta Bhokta. Like that person is Akarta Bhokta. But in the movie, he becomes a Karta of eating the villain, and Bhokta, he also is hit by the villain. Karta Bhokta. You need to listen this little more. Tomorrow we talk in it elaborately. Then what is the meaning of Sanatana? Then Manashashtani Indriya. Crucial shloka इसलिए इसको पूरा धीरे exhaustively समझना है. Thank you. Om Shanti 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 Om Apadam Bhartaram Natharam Sarva Sampadam लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहं श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनाम वरानने. श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद् वाल्मीकि रामायणम् अयोध्याकाण्डं शततमः कच्चित् सर्गः. श्रीरामेण भरतं प्रति राजनीति धर्म उपदेशः. Okay, friends, do you remember what's being discussed so far? You have to work on it, you have to remember it, you have to live life like then only we grow. मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ, मैं भी भूल जा रहा हूँ. तो फर्स्ट protect the father, then take care of father, then Kulaguru, then the mother, then Mukhya Purohita, then the other Brahmanas who do the Yajna then all the departmental or professional heads of the world, of the country. A Raja should mind all of them, give respect duly, and appoint them and give them the due salaries so that they all become asset to you. So, Rajaniti Dharma. Then the latest was कि मंत्रियों का अपॉइंटमेंट की बात हो रही है. राम जी सेस पावरफुली कि व्हाट इज सेस मंत्र विजय मूलम ही राज्ञाम भवति राघव. Internal, external, and every planned Vijaya, Raja will get only with the help of those mantris. So the financial Vijaya, the defense Vijaya, the what do you call home ministry Vijaya, kuch bhi ho. Therefore, you have to be careful in having the mantris selected. Those time it was selection by Raja. Now it is election by Praja. Praja are the Raja. And both of them have advantage, disadvantages. Okay. If the Raja is perfectly pure in his patriotism, or as a leader is perfectly pure in his patriotism and in his love for the Praja, the Raja way of, the king way of ruling is important. That works. You need not have any elections, etc. इलेक्शन तब जाइए जब ये रूल करने वालों में नियत साफ नहीं है, तो इन बेवकूफों में एक को कम बेवकूफ को सेलेक्ट करना. इज इट क्लियर? इन अर्लियर टाइम एक राजा होता था, बस उनके मंत्री, वो इलेक्शन नहीं होते. His raja will teach his son, and the raja with all his powers and his love for the country, he will take care of praja. और मंत्री भी उनके चिल्ड्रन ही मंत्री बनते थे. Very interesting point. There's no elections, there's no oppositions. Beautiful thing is what? Raja knows what to do for the praja. Anywhere if there is a problem, the Raja will call for the meeting, or every praja has the right to report. Raja, ye kami hua hai, ye chahiye. Raja used to do. Therefore, the way of kingdom like of ruling is always better. Always. But if the king becomes like a Hitler, a terrorist or any dictator, then सत्यानाश होता है. तब जाकर के फिर election करना पड़ता है. Election is the majburi worst third rate of thing. And because of the selection process only, people of one place good but other place bad, they are selected. टैलेंट है लेकिन धर्म नहीं पता, देश नहीं पता, प्रजाओं के प्रति प्रेम नहीं है. अब गड़बड़ ये कंफ्यूजन है. बट राइट नाउ द गवर्नमेंट इज गुड. राजा एंड ऑल मंत्रीज आर इंटीग्रेटेड. राज्य ही चल रहा है अभी, इसलिए राम जी भी आ गए राम राज्य की तरह. इसलिए but unfortunately the opposition are there. That's why I'm saying today the first phase of election 9th April 19th April, ये एक वोट सीट भी नहीं जाना चाहिए उनको. 100% सेलेक्ट करो. एवरी रिफॉर्म फॉर द नेशन विल हैपन. नहीं है तो यू हैव ऑल द राइट टू क्वेश्चन वेयर इज प्राइम मिनिस्टर हो, प्रेसिडेंट हो. यू कैन, दे हैव सुप्रीम कोर्ट इज देयर, हाई कोर्ट्स आर देयर, यू हैव इंटरनेशनल कोर्ट्स आर देयर. You can approach when there is an internal, like now Prime Minister has done it. 25 countries people has invited to see the fairness of elections, because the stupid opposition fellows, they know they can't win. They are unnecessarily questioning the EVM machines and the voting etc. कह रहे तुम मेरी बात नहीं मान रहे हो, मैं तुम्हारा प्रधानमंत्री हूँ, चलो दूसरे देशों को बुलाएंगे, वो लोग देखेंगे. 25 countries are observing the honesty of the elections. देन यू विल नो मजा हैदराबाद से लेकर कहाँ कहाँ बूथ कैप्चरिंग रिगिंग होता है, बोगस वोट्स होते हैं। 1 लाख वोट्स, 2 लाख वोट डिस्कार्ड किया, 1 लाख हैदराबाद से ही है, अभी भी बहुत है, 10 लाख बोगस वोट्स। सो इलेक्ट द राइट पर्सन बाबा, जिनको देशभक्ति है, धर्म भक्ति है, प्रजा प्रेम है, दिमाग है। इनके अलावा बाकी किसी को नहीं है, ना देशभक्ति है, कोई धर्म तो है ही नहीं उनको, दे आर बॉर्न समवेयर एल्स। प्रजा प्रेम तो है ही नहीं, और हाउ टू रूल द कंट्री, रूइन करेंगे वो। दे डोंट नो इंटरनेशनल पॉलिसीज, दे मेक एवरी कंट्री इज एनिमी। दे डोंट हैव द फार विजन ऑफ हाउ टू डेवलप कंट्री इन ऑल एस्पेक्ट्स, है कि नहीं? बॉडी के एवरी पार्ट शुड बी हेल्दी ना। एक लेग अच्छा है, दूसरा पोलियो हो गया, एक हाथ अच्छा है, दूसरा का हैंडीकैप, चलता है क्या? Country should grow in all aspects. A family, a country, an individual should blossom in all aspects. Like मेरा बुद्धि ठीक है, मन ठीक नहीं है तो नहीं चलता। बुद्धि मन ठीक है, इंद्रिय ठीक नहीं है तो नहीं चलता। इंद्रिय मन बुद्धि को दिमाग शरीर ठीक नहीं है तो नहीं चलता। Isn't it? So the 10 qualities were told. The mantra is to be selected. First is trustworthy. Second one is equivalent to you in age and maturity and gauge. Third is shuraha. You should be daring and courageous to undertake any undertaking. For Shrutavanta, he must be thorough in general Rajaniti Dharma and in his own personal department that is given. Fourth. Fifth one, Jitendriya, very, very essential. The mantris, etc. have to be Jitendriya hona hai. Nahi to, when they are the people of Indriya Bhoga ityadi, they will sell the secrets of the kingdom, or they don't do their work properly, or they become biased, etc. पूरा खल्लास हो जाएगा देश. Jitendriyaha, fifth. Sixth one was Kulinaha. For that, they should be born in a very royal, very disciplined family. Sixth one, Ingitagnaha. They must know you, your mood and all. You means king. Tune to that. ये हो गए 6 हो गए. So नहीं, ट्रस्टवर्दी, आत्मसमः, शूराः, श्रुतवन्तः, जितेन्द्रियाः, कुलीनाः, इंगितज्ञाः. 7 हो गए. Eighth one is what? Susamvrutaha. Mantradharaha. Shastra Kovidaha. Mantradhara means they remember all the discussions done, decisions made. Samvrata means all those things are very well protected and executed. The Shastra Kovidaha means all the Shastras thoroughly they know. In this way, 10 qualities a mantri should have. मैं तो कहता हूं एमएलए, एमपी, म्युनिसिपल काउंसिलर ट्रेनिंग एक यूनिवर्सिटी स्टार्ट करना है इंडिया में. उनको ये सब मैं पढ़ाऊंगा. Are so many great Mahatmas are there, they can teach this. There are lawyer, doctor, chartered accountant training colleges, schools है ना. Where is the political training university? होना चाहिए ना. Right from municipal council up to prime minister and president of India, internal external qualifications, behaviors सिखाने के लिए एक होना चाहिए. और इन सारे देश में जो 30 states we have, all these people जितने भी 6,000 7,000 मंत्री हैं, they all have to study there and get certificate. इंटरेस्टिंग नो. नेसेसरी है वो. नहीं तो अंधाधुंध तुमने पैसे है इसलिए खड़े हो गए और बुद्धू बुद्धू लोग दारू पिलाया, 1,000 रुपए दे दिया, तुमने वोट डाल दिया. Then no development is done for the country. पागलपने हो. What a funny thing it is, you know. You are now human beings. You are becoming intelligent. You are becoming smart. Imagine करते हो ना. फिर use that intelligence and smartness. Either you become true leader by learning and studying all that, or select such people, or those elected उनको ये रामायण गिफ्ट दे दो, बोलो इनको पूरा पढ़ो, मैं तुमको एग्जाम रखता हूँ. See the glory of our Shastras. Now, ऐसा जो यार राम जी ने बताया, in all our Purana इतिहास, all these things are given. ब्राह्मण, क्षत्रिय, वैश्य, शूद्र, वर्ण धर्म, ब्रह्मचार्य, गृहस्थ, वानप्रस्थ, सन्यासी, वो धर्म, पुरुष धर्म, स्त्री धर्म, राजनीति धर्म, आध्यात्मिक धर्म, then विश्व धर्म. Whole Shastras are full of these things only for evolution of every individual and the totality. Such a great Sanatana Dharma and Shastras, these Rakshasas destroyed and twisted our minds, polluted our hearts, and we lose faith in our own Shastras and Sanatana Dharma. Bevakuf, now you understood no, how glorious are our great Shastras. You be a custodian. You become the one to restart, not only study and practice, to spread. Every one of you should become सनातन धर्म को प्रचार करने वाला. ये मेरा ऑर्डर है. स्टडी करो, जियो और बताओ सबको. उसमें सारे लिखे हैं. Wonderful, no? So today we will do the 18th shloka. Okay, it has got do, teen, 4 important points. One shloka. 18th. Now, personal disciplines for the sake of proper performance for the nation as a king. What is the shloka 18? Kachchit nidravasham naishihi, kachchit kale prabudhyase, kachchit chapararatreshu, chintayasya artha naipunam. Systematic development of the thoughts. Bhagavan says, Kachchit nidravasham naishihi means, Kachchit means, hope you are not enslaved by the nidra, excessive nidra. Because nidra का ऐसा भोग होता है, when you don't have lakshya, 24 hour also you sleep, it looks to be lesser. You ask the God, 36 घंटे बनाओ दिन में, बेटा क्या करोगे दुनिया का उद्धार? नहीं, मुझे वो सोना है. Nidra is a peculiar thing. The unfortunate ones get enslaved into it. तो भरत जी को राम जी पूछ रहे, कच्चित निद्रावशम नहीं सी, होप यू आर नॉट ए person who is a slave to nidra. Because once a person starts sleeping, all his fortunes sleep, opportunities sleep. When he awakens, opportunities awaken. When he sits, they sit. When he stands, they stand. When he walks, they walk. When he runs, they run. The opportunities and the abilities and the achievements. As a human being, other than those 5 and 6 hours, that too if you are very tired and exhausted, you can't sleep. Yogi ko to nidra hota nahi, because transcend all the 3 shariras. He is a consciousness. Consciousness never sleeps. It is conscious of sleep also. तो निद्रावशम. अब राजा का है, मीटिंग में नहीं आए, सो रहे. एनिमीज आर अटैकिंग, राजा क्या कर रहे, सो रहे. आगे ये भी पूछेंगे, निद्रा के वश नहीं हो ना. ऑलरेडी सेड, व्हेन इट इज सेड मंत्री शुड नॉट बी इंद्रिय लोला, ही शुड बी जितेंद्रिय. इट इज ऑलरेडी अंडरस्टूड दैट राजा शुड बी इंद्रिय जितेंद्रिय फर्स्ट. अगर ये राजा इसे भोगी बनेगा तो कैसे राज्य करेगा? All our Indian kings were bhogis. That's how the Mughals, the Rakshasas, the Britishers, the Dushta Rakshasas, they attacked us. No, the earlier Rajas also were bhogi. That is how the country was never growing. Now the Raja is yogi. He is not a bhogi. Therefore, he is able to think for the country in a big way, plan for it. What a beautiful timings we are going on from last 10 years to be in the country where such great person is ruling the kingdom. History will tell. We may neglect now, but the history will tell how great this person is. Unparalleled, that's it. So to great Mahatmas are there, spiritual giants. We are busy in our TV and cricket match. बेवकूफ है हम ये सब नहीं जानते होंगे. Okay, so first thing asked is, Kachchit nidravasham naishihi. Hope you are not in the slavery to the nidra. Means what? It is not a question. बेटा तुम नींद के गुलाम नहीं हुए ना, मतलब shut up, you should not be a slave to the nidra. If he's a king, he will tell like that. But he's only, a person in the forest too. But for brother है इसलिए बड़े भाई होने के नाते advice दे रहे. Indirectly is asking because Bharata is राजा, राजा को तो ऑर्डर नहीं दे सकते, इसलिए पूछ रहे. बेटा निद्रा के वश में तो नहीं आए ना. भरत अंडरस्टैंड्स, मतलब इट इज ब्रदर्स ऑर्डर. इफ आई लव हिम, यू हैव रिस्पेक्ट टू हिम, आई मस्ट डू व्हाट ही सेज आई शुड नॉट बिकम निद्रावश. इतना भी जरूरत नहीं भरत को, बिकॉज भरत इज एज ग्रेट एज रामा. ही इज नेवर इन द स्लेव फॉर द निद्रा. And anybody, a prime minister, a chief minister, a minister, an individual, a parent at home or the child at home, an officer in the office, ये अगर निद्रा के वश में है तो वो डिपार्टमेंट ग्रो नहीं होगा. Remember, Shudra means the one who slave to Nidra. We never said every SC/ST sleeps, but the one who sleeps is Shudra. So when you give opportunity to them, then वो सोते रहेंगे तो country कैसे develop होगा? That is who is awakened to wisdom. They have to be given big posts so that they can think, they can conceive, they can work for the nation. So all very high level of thoughts. When you are unbiased, you can get all of them. When you are pure, you will get all these ideas. When you are truly the lover of humanity and the nation, you get these ideas. When you are a selfish fellow, egoistic fellow, country भाड़ में जाए, मुझे power चाहिए, ऐसे बेवकूफों को ये थॉट्स नहीं आएंगे. द होल अपोजिशन में ऐसा है पूरा. ध्यान से देखना, तुमको ही पता है. मेरा तो ये सेंटेंस, दे आर नॉट जॉइनिंग द रूलिंग पार्टी, दैट इज अ प्रूफ दैट दे आर enemies to country, because the ruling party is serving for the country honestly without any selfishness. Then you should join it or keep quiet, or at least tell in an advising form कि ये करने से और अच्छा होगा और अच्छा होगा. But you are opposing means what? You are not interested in the country's welfare. मतलब you as an individual have to become very quietly intelligent in all these analysis. तो एक तो निद्रावश में मत आना. सेकंड, देयरफॉर कच्चित काले प्रबुद्ध से, how on time you are waking up. Now they are very indicative thoughts. One is you are not sleeping excessively. That is a meaning. Other meaning are when the time of some work comes, hope you are not sleeping to that opportunity. Like a farmer sleeping when it rains. And at the time of rain, you can't sleep. You have to wake up morning, जाओ वो खेत जोत कर वो बीज वगैरह डालना पड़ता है. That is the meaning of not sleeping when opportunities come. So to kachit kale prabuddhya se, hope you are getting up at right time. The right times are two. One, every day morning 4 बजे उठना, 3:50 को उठना है बस, ब्रह्म मुहूर्त. 3:25 को उठकर 3:30, 3:50 तक तैयार हो जाओ. 3:50 to 5:30, 5:50 इज ब्रह्म मुहूर्त. ये ब्राह्मणों के लिए. राजा के लिए अपना 5 बजे जो भी उठकर सारा करना. दैट्स कॉल्ड काले प्रबोधनम. Another deeper meaning of waking up on time is what? You have to be awake, right time. Let the enemy before he attacks, you must know and you have to counter attack him. वो अटैक करके सब सत्यानाश करने का तुम क्या करोगे? See that Israel how it failed, the attack of Hamas. तो 1200 लोग मरे. Now they are taking retaliation from last 6 months. 40,000 लोगों को अभी मार दिया. काले न प्रबुद्धि से. India is always, earlier in earlier governments were sleepy. They were not awake at right time. The present government is kale. Kale means they are seeking any opportunities and using, they are observing any opportunity using, they are observing every danger. See that Corona Kala? Kale Prabuddha se, immediately within few days, 200 crores of vaccines were made. एक अंदाज है उसका 200 करोड़ मतलब that are injected in India. बाहर more than 135 countries we have sent to them. Kale Prabuddha se. You have to be awakened at right time to seize the opportunity. You have to be awakened right time when any risk or danger is coming, to be careful about it. You all are youngsters. Kale Prabuddha say, this is the time you have to awaken to study Shastras, to make a great goal for your life, plan for it and work for it. अब बुढ़ा होएगा मेरे सर साहब, अब जाकर 70 साल 60 साल हो गए, अब मुझे इंजीनियरिंग करना है. अरे गधा, अब you engineers will work on you to repair you. You are broken piece. मेरे को डॉक्टर बनना है 50 साल में. डॉक्टर इज वर्किंग ऑन यू बेटा, यू आर पेशेंट नाउ. काले प्रबुद्ध से इज गुड, करेक्ट फॉर यू. अवेकन राइट नाउ. Every moment is an opportunity, priceless opportunity, a blank check given. It is your genius and intelligence which you encash it for the best of the things. सोते रहे for all opportunities. Wonderful Geetha classes going on, Upanishad going on. People justify their various reasons. One by one, all they give up. You also see great classes, great learnings going on. आके सुनो सीखो, काले सोते रहते. भगवान दोनों पूछ रहे भरत जी से, निद्रावशम नहीं सी ही काले प्रबुद्ध से. The third one is Kachchith Aparatrishu Chittesya Arthanaya Punyam, means what? In the early morning itself, you have to plan for the entire day. In advance only you have to well plan. Nothing like a cricket team. Way perfectly they plan. The whole strategy, which is opposition team, what are their weaknesses and strengths, and what are weaknesses and strengths. If we win the toss, batting or bowling, so 100%. They see the video of every batsman, every bowler, thorough. Then on the ground. After reaching the ground, there the unexpected things, any come at that time, how to face that is an extra effort. An individual or nation should have clear picture of the whole life to be lived or the country to be brought up. While doing so, en route, in between, suddenly you have planned well, you are executing, but suddenly oh, calamity आ गया मानो. Any of the floods तो बता के तो नहीं आते, but you have to be prepared for it. भूकंप बता कर तो नहीं आता, but you have to be prepared for it. But before that, you must have clarity as to where the India has to be developed, how to do that, and where are the problems, how to avoid them, sort out them. The biggest problems in India are in the constitution. They might be, that might be useful 50, 70 years back. अब नहीं है, change करना पड़ेगा. Change is the only thing which goes on improving the world. You can't change the truth. You can't change the knowledge about the truth because it is eternal. There are eternal values, there are changeable things. You have to restart it. बहुत सारे उसमें लूप होल्स हैं. सब अच्छी चीजें भी हैं. The partialities, the biasnesses, the inequalities, इतने सारे भरे हुए, वो सब चेंज करना पड़ेगा. So what is to be removed, what is to be changed, what is to be added, what is to be improved, pakka picture you have to work. While doing so, in between, everybody, a pilot, when he takes off the flight, so उसको पता ही पूरा, he is already trained for so many hours, he is with other as a co-pilot for many rounds or hours of flying. Thereafter the first flight he takes, after few, then he knows the starting point, destination, navigations, landings thoroughly. In between snag, then he'll have to use his brain to guide the things. हर एक जगह ना ट्रेन चलाने वाला, he knows everything. In between कोई गाय भैंस आया तो रोकेगा वो. This is what Rama teaches, but this is a very crucial thought. Takes 10 minutes to explain. Tomorrow we'll talk about it. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Paramarshibhyo Namaha. हो गया बेटा. अब चलो 5 मिनट कठोपनिषद पढ़ो. कितने हुए कल? 12 हो गए. आज 13 एंड 14 करेंगे. ओम अथ श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय कथा उपनिषद प्रथमोध्याय द्वितीया वल्ली त्रयोदश चतुर्दश मंत्रौ. 13th mantra. Om एतत् श्रुत्वा सम्परिगृह्यमर्त्यः एतत् श्रुत्वा सम्परिगृह्यमर्त्यः एतत् श्रुत्वा सम्परिगृह्यमर्त्यः एतत् श्रुत्वा सम्परिगृह्यमर्त्यः प्रवृह्य धर्म्यम् अणुमेतमाप्य प्रवृह्य धर्म्यम् अणुमेतमाप्य प्रवृह्य धर्म्यम् अणुमेतमाप्य प्रवृह्य धर्म्यम् अणुमेतमाप्य समोदते मोदनीयगं हि लब्ध्वा समोदते मोदनीयगं हि लब्ध्वा समोदते मोदनीयगं हि लब्ध्वा समोदते मोदनीयगं हि लब्ध्वा विवृतगं सद्मनचिकेतसं मन्ये विवृतगं सद्मनचिकेतसं मन्ये विवृतगं सद्मनचिकेतसं मन्ये विवृतगं sadmanachiketa manye. See, eta shrutva, having heard all that is said, martya, human being, samparagruhya, having properly selected, pravruhya dharmyam anumetam, this sukshma dharma of Shreyo Marga, having adopted that, he should travel and reach to it. Once he reaches, samodate modaniyagam abdva, he will be in a bliss because he has obtained that thing which is the giver of the bliss. Having said all that, in one sentence, Yamaraj praises Nachiketa. Vivrtagam Sadman Nachiketa Sammanye. Oh Nachiketa, I consider you to be a person for whom the door of the spiritual evolution or moksha is opened. Opened by your own qualification. Vivrtagam Sadma means रहने की जगह. Sadma is not हिंदी में सदमा होता है. तो विवृतगम सदमा मन्य नचिकेता सब. Like in Geetha we have seen. Second chapter भगवान कहा ना कि स्वर्ग द्वारम अपावृतम. सुखिन क्षत्रिया पार्थ लवंते युद्धमेंद्रिशम यदृच्छया च उपपन्नम. By accident, by choice, this yuddha has come to you, which is an open door for the heavens. यदृच्छया चोपन्नम स्वर्गद्वारा भुवावृतम सुखिना लक्ष्य क्षत्रिया पार्थ लभन्ते युद्धम ईदृशम. Here also vivritam sadma nachiketasam manye. Nachiketa is the one for whom the gateway of moksha is opened, I consider. Therefore, I can't by any reason stop teaching you. I'll teach you only. Okay. Etat shrutva samparigrihya martyah प्रवृह्य धर्म्यम अणुमेतमाप्य समोदते मोदनीयगं हि लब्ध्वा विवृतगं सद्म नचिकेत सम्मन्ये एतत् श्रुत्वा सम्परिगृह्यमर्त्यः प्रवृह्य धर्म्यम अणुमेतमाप्य समोदते मोदनीयगं हि लब्ध्वा विवृतगं सद्म नचिकेत सम्मन्ये एतत् श्रुत्वा सम्परिगृह्यमर्त्यः प्रवृह्य धर्म्यम अणुमेतमाप्य समोदते मोदनीयगं हि लब्ध्वा विवृतगं सद्म नचिकेतसं मन्ये एतत् श्रुत्वा सम्परिगृह्यमर्त्यः प्रवृह्य धर्म्यम् अणुमेतमाप्य समोदते मोदनीयगं हि लब्ध्वा विवृतगं सद्म नचिकेतसं मन्ये. What a beautiful mantras. The 14th one today. Now नचिकेता asks, गुरु महाराज हो गया, अभी मेरे को वो परमात्मा बताओ, नीचे वाले मत बताना. I know all these things. Don't tell me the dharma adharma, don't tell me papa punya, don't tell me karma and karma phala. ये सारे बच्चे लोगों का क्लास है, ये सब पता है मुझे. That which is beyond other than all that, you tell me. This 14th shloka of the second one is again the second time Nachiketa asking, मुझे सिर्फ परमात्मा ज्ञान दो, आत्म ज्ञान दो, ब्रह्म ज्ञान दो, मोक्ष ज्ञान दो. Don't tempt me with any of the worldly things. अन्यत्र धर्मात् अन्यत्र अधर्मात् अन्यत्र धर्मात् अन्यत्र अधर्मात् अन्यत्र धर्मात् अन्यत्र अधर्मात् अन्यत्र धर्मात् अन्यत्र अधर्मात् अन्यत्र अस्मात् कृताकृतात् अन्यत्र अस्मात् कृताकृतात् अन्यत्र अस्मात् कृताकृतात् अन्यत्र अस्मात् कृताकृतात् अन्यत्र भूताच्च भव्याच्च अन्यत्र भूताच्च भव्याच्च अन्यत्र भूताच्च भव्याच्च अन्यत्र भूताच्च भव्याच्च यत्तत् पश्यसि तद्वद यत्तत् पश्यसि तद्वद यत्तत् पश्यसि तद्वद यत्तत् पश्यसि तद्वद. सो अन्यत्र धर्मात् अन्यत्र अधर्म. धर्म अधर्म क्या है? बच्चों का है. अन्यत्र अस्मात् कृता कृतात् द कॉज एंड इफेक्ट. बियॉन्ड दैट भूताच्च भव्याच्च द पास्ट प्रेजेंट फ्यूचर. तो पास्ट प्रेजेंट एंड फ्यूचर, देन द पाप पुण्य, धर्म अधर्म. ये सारे बच्चों का खेल है. इट्स ऑल अबाउट स्वर्ग, आउट दिस एफेमेरल वर्ल्ड ओनली, संसार वृक्ष. इसे अन्यत्र, अदर देन दिस, यत्तत् पश्यसि, इफ देयर इज समथिंग एंड इफ यू नो इट, यू टेल मी. Then Yamaraj will tell from next shloka the jnana ityadi. He will teach the Omkara only. Om is that Brahman. That's it. Very good. ओम अन्यत्र धर्माद् अन्यत्र अधर्मात् अन्यत्र अस्मात् कृताकृतात् अन्यत्र भूताच्च भव्याच्च यत्तत् पश्यसि तद्वद अन्यत्र धर्माद् अन्यत्र अधर्मात् अन्यत्र अस्मात् कृताकृतात् अन्यत्र भूताच्च भव्याच्च यत्तत् पश्यसि तद्वद अन्यत्र धर्माद् अन्यत्र अधर्मात् अन्यत्र अस्मात् कृताकृतात् अन्यत्र भूताच्च भव्याच्च यत्तत् पश्यसि तद्वद अन्यत्र धर्माद् अन्यत्र अधर्मात् अन्यत्र अस्मात् कृताकृतात् अन्यत्र भूताच्च भव्याच्च यत्तत् पश्यसि तद्वद. Both the shlokas together. एतत् श्रुत्वा सम्परिगृह्य मर्त्यः प्रवृह्य धर्म्यम् अनुमेतमाप्य समोदते मोदनीयगं हि लब्ध्वा विवृतगं सद्म नचिकेतसं मन्ये अन्यत्र धर्मात् अन्यत्र धर्मात् अन्यत्र अस्मात् कृताकृतात् अन्यत्र भूताच्च भव्याच्च यत्तत् पश्यसि तद्वद. ओम दुर्जन सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जन शांति मापनुयात् शांतो मुच्यते वन्देभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यानुमोचयत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो परमऋषिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय, गीता माता की जय, वेदव्यास भगवान की जय, रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, रावण महाशास्त्र की जय, वाल्मीकि भगवान की जय, श्री यम धर्मराज की जय, नचिकेत भगवान की जय, कटोभंज श्रुति माता की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सदनाथ महाराज की जय, आज के आनंद की जय. नमः पार्वती पते हर महादेव हर सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद. जानकी जय स्मृति जय राम राम. अम्बे मिश्रादि भरत माता की जय, गीता माता की जय, समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञास धर्म स्थापकगण की जय, भारत माता की जय, सनातन धर्म की जय, वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृति की जय, अध्यात्म जीवन विधान की जय, समस्त युवा मंडली की जय. I wish and pray today the elections will be happening and the correct parties voted correct government forms, who takes care of the country in all aspects, along with Sanatana Dharma. Thanks, beta. Yeah, see you tomorrow.